Hey everybody, Paranormal Video Gamer here. So, my internet's still out. I'm waiting on the internet providing company to give me a heads up and let me know what's going on. That's why my live stream disappeared. So, while I was waiting around and I got on my phone and I was looking at some of the news from a couple days ago, and I didn't know anything really until I started looking this up after my live stream today. I saw a news story, I just saw a title, record holder accused of cheating, and I thought it would be someone completely different, not who I thought it was it ended up being. Somebody that I've idolized ever since I was a kid, has been accused of cheating, and all of his records that he has done over his entire life have been removed from Guinness World Records and the Twin Galaxy site, the database that's there. I am blown away by this. For me, this is huge. That person's name is Todd Rogers, and for those of you who do not know, he is probably the biggest name in video gaming in terms of record holding. He had so many records, one of them being on Dragster. And me personally, when I used to play on Atari 2600s, Dragsters was a game that was just so much fun back then. And it's one of those things that, even on my best day, I didn't even get close to what the world record was. And, and I freely admit that because, even though I spent a good year and a half trying to break the record, I just simply couldn't do it. And I gave up after frustration. And, I made some comments whenever I went to certain gaming expos, certain gaming events that, I don't know if these records can be legit because of the way that the game is programmed to go and how it's not been video verified. Like, I've never seen a video verification of certain records. And every single time that I said something at these events, people got so pissed off at me for saying things like this. I never accused anyone of cheating. I just said that pretty much there's no way to verify that this person actually broke the record because there's no video proof. Now, some people will claim, well, he's got a picture of it. Well, a picture can be falsified. Video is very hard to fake, especially if it's taken in, official circumstances. Like if there's an actual official there verifying that, you're going for the record, you're going to try for the record, and it's being broadcast live, people are going to see it, and it should be that way. It should be, if you're going for a world record, there should be either live stream or a video record of something stating and showing how you got to that point in the record. And with any Todd Rogers records, I've never seen video proof. I've never seen video proof of him going around that record or even close to that record that he alleges he had. Todd Rogers, when I was growing up, was the cream of the crop of people that were record-breaking people. And record-breaking people, like Billy Mitchell and again Todd, they were the kings on kings of records being broken. And, hearing this today is so sad. It really is. As a gamer, I mean, I'm a big retro gamer. I love retro gaming. I will sit down and play an old school game any day of the week. In many cases, there are sometimes where I will come home from work right after work and I will just sit and play an old game. I won't even touch my PS4 or any other system, the computer, my phone. I will literally pop on an old game and play that for hours on end and then go to sleep. So for me, seeing this whole situation unfold and then finding out that his records have been removed, to me, this is just a nightmare as a gamer, because the person I idolized for years, probably 20 years, I idolized this guy. And he's been proven to have falsified it. Or someone falsified the record and he thought he broke the record when he didn't. It blows my mind. It literally blows my mind. And I'm shocked that someone would even do that. Just because they want the fame, the notoriety of it. I can understand that. But I said this a good 10, 15 years ago. Whenever I went to gaming conventions, I always used to say that, a record cannot be verified unless it's a video, verification. If it's an actual, live video, people that you got witnesses there, there's 10, 15 people in the room watching that monitor. And they've got video of all these people witnessing, that this is a legitimate record. There's no way to verify those records. So I think Twin Galaxies, sorry about my cat, but I think Twin Galaxies needs to completely erase every record from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, even up to 2000s, and just start all over again. Because a lot of the records are word of mouth. There's no photo evidence. There's no video evidence of the person breaking the record. So if that's the case, why are these records still on the site when they have not been verified? Maybe I'm wrong, but there's so many records that I've seen of certain games that have never been verified and they're still on the site. And I don't get that. I've never got that. And I've said things about that. I even went on the site and I went to the contact page and I said, how was this verified? Oh, we had witnesses claim that this record was verified. Well, people lie. People lie because they want to make their buddy look better than he actually is. And that's the sad thing about it, too. Like, yes, I've used a cheat device. I've used a Game Shark device back in the day, but I always beat the game first legitimately before I actually used the cheat device back then. But I didn't record that as a record that I broke, Anytime I used a cheat device like a Game Shark or a Game Genie, I always just played it for fun. I just wanted to see, okay, I want to see what that enemy is at the very end of this particular level. Maybe I didn't have enough keys to get behind the door to get to the next enemy. So I used the cheat device to get the keys to find out what the enemy would have been, But I always beat the game first before I even attempted to put a cheat code on. And I never recorded any of that stuff. So I didn't stream any of that stuff. I didn't record any of that stuff. I just did it because I thought it would be cool to see that. But there's a difference between cheating to check out something and cheating to be a record breaker. That's a huge difference for me. It's one thing if you want to cheat on a game and, like I said, maybe go into a different part of a building that you haven't gained access to, or go into this or go into that, or get maybe that weapon that is unlockable only if you do certain steps in the game, and you beat the game one time, you never got that weapon. I can understand people doing that because you want to try that weapon. You want to try that particular thing that's been locked that you couldn't get to. But falsifying every single world record that you claim you broke and you had people come forward and say, "Oh yeah, he did the record." Yeah, yeah. That's just shitty. I'm sorry, that's just shitty. You know, and it sets a bad example for the future generations of gamers. They're going to grow up and they're like, "Wait, that guy had that record. I'm going to take the cabinet apart. I'm going to take that particular game apart. I'm going to use an emulator, and I'm going to get a lower record and take a video or a photo of it and upload it. That way I can get famous." That's what this is going to lead to. Like I said, with these types of records, there needs to be a verification process. There needs to be video evidence, witness evidence, and there has to be photographic evidence, I think, in my opinion. And I think that should all be done live, on a live stream. So that way there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And then after the record's been broken, the machine that the person is using or the cabinet the person's using, it should be inspected. Make sure that there's been no modifications to it, and it should be inspected by not just one, but like 3 or 4 different people that know exactly what a modification looks like to shave a second or two off of their time. That's what should happen, but it was never done in the 70s, 80s, or 90s. Not even in the year 2000 it wasn't even done. And today's news is just it's heartbreaking for me as a gamer. So, but that's what I think should happen. And again, it's a sad day for me. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys later on. Bye, all.